Andrea, did you have your turn last time? Do you recall? Or I know we ran a little bit over last time. I don't remember whose turn it was last.
Honestly, I have no idea. I think I didn't, but
You did not, yeah.
I'm not sure. I'm not
All right.
sure.
Well, you're up at the top of the initiative order, so unless somebody remembers specifically, then I think we just go with the initiative order.
I see that Elvan has a 17 initiative is still relevant.
Not really, because they cycle through. So every time someone has a turn, I click next, and then you move down. So
Okay.
it just sort of goes in a loop.
I see.
So,
I see my initiative as 0. Is this correct?
because I moved you from the top deck to the bottom deck, and I didn't remember what your number was, so I just stuck you in.
Okay. Maybe I can see the chat history.
Oh, that's a good idea. Yeah. Whose turn did you follow?
Yeah, I'm looking for initiative rules.
Well, that's not going to matter as much anymore.
Yeah, and if you want to check the chat, I think you have to go back 1 month.
Well, no, I think
Better.
yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Last time it looks like you went after Furbus. I'm just scrolling up a little.
Yes. Yeah, I was after Fergus. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's-
What I remember is that I don't remember who. Probably it was Gills.
Guilds, actually. I was after Guilds, not Fergus. I was after Guilds, I think.
I was going to say last session, I don't remember who, probably Gills, knocked down this guy, or maybe it was Fergus.
It was Furbus, yeah.
It was Fergus, yeah. And he asked me, like, please don't kill him.
Oh,
Yep.
good memory. Yes, I did.
But the guy, I think, was able to stand up. We
Yeah,
had a
he did
chat
stand
about the difference between Pathfinder and Dungeons and Dragons. Yeah,
Right.
and then we stopped playing.
Yeah,
That's
that
what-
sounds about right. Yeah.
I think I was the last person to play last time because I moved. I was behind over there. I greeted Fergus, and then I tried to shoot him with my arrow, and I failed. So I moved here.
Yeah, I guess it should be my turn.
So it should be your turn, and I think I was like before you, so it should have been after Gills. So Gills, me, and then Molly.
So
Or,
if the GM
Adi.
if the GM gives me the okay, I will act. This
Uh,
guy's standing, right?
If you look at the chat history,
Well, right. We can.
Yeah, why did you
Rachel,
roll a
no!
constitution flow? Oh, it's a concentration. Okay, I remember now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did Oh, I see. Yeah. So the very last
And
thing
wh-
was that
And why Richard rolled my sword attack?
That's a good question.
I thought I was oh, yeah, good question.
Yeah.
I thought I was rolling Gills at one point because he couldn't roll.
Oh, maybe you clicked my character instead of his. I don't
Yeah,
know.
maybe that's
Oh,
what
then
happened.
it is your turn then, Rachel. Yeah. Indeed.
Captain Gage. All right, so Gage went right after Furbus. Is that right? Oh, looking back.
Sounds about right.
And then then Gage rolled at why did Gage roll athletics? Oh, that was a counter to see if he got tripped or not. But then he rolled a scimitar attack. Yeah. Okay, so Gage is after Furbus. Why does this get so messed up? Then Eleanor. I don't see Gil in here for a long way.
My token is there. I see it.
No, in the chat history, I mean.
I think the initiative bar is correct because if you check the chat, it was Elven attacked and then Eleanor attacked. And maybe, I don't know, it's a bit weird that you rolled for me, but maybe I did my action and I missed.
No, I don't think you took your action. I think that was me doing something else. I thought I was trying to roll for Gil. I remember I had trouble last time. So there's Furbus. Then
But-
Gage. It looks like Gage is right after Furbus, and then Eleanor. But I don't know where. So Zaya remembers he was after Elvin. So let's do it this way. Let's do Rachel, Glover, Furbus, Gage, Elvin, Eleanor. Does that seem right? based on the chat history.
It's fine.
Fair enough.
Okay, then if it's my turn,
Yeah, it's definitely your turn.
I impose myself on this guy, and I tell him, like, engage me, you scoundrel, and I, I will just attack him.
Okay. He glares at you and readies his scimitar and dagger.
And I hit. And it's eight physical and 2 fire damage.
Okay.
And wait a second, maybe I will smite him. Let me check how many charge I have left. Ah, I opened the wrong sheet. Rachel, here.
So your first hit strikes him, he staggers a little bit.
Yeah, you know what? I will smite him. There you are. 7 more
and
damage.
for additional 7 on top of that. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And he's bleeding now from a deep cut in his chest.
And that's all. That's all for me.
So you only have 1 attack?
Yeah. As you know, actually, I'm not a paladin, so
Yeah.
I don't have more than 1 attack. Also, I use a spell, so I can't use more than 1. Green Flame Blade. See?
Got it.
Okay, I'm done.
That's it. All right. So you've injured him. He's bleeding. He's glaring at you, and he's readying to counterattack. But while he's doing that, our friend Captain Glover tries to saw through his ropes again. I don't remember what I rolled for that last time, but let's try a strength check for an attack. Oops, what's this? It's a spider. No, I don't have that here. Okay. See how he does. And he is continues to not be able to do very much. He's quite injured. He's not able to manage to stand very well, let alone cut his bonds on the broken window. But he's trying. That's all he does. Fergus, it's your turn.
Okay. So remembering that the part of the ship is like on fire.
Yeah, by the way, I should have said that. There's dark smoke billowing around the windows.
Okay.
You hear crackling on the deck above you.
Right. I would like to check the sleeping quarters if there's anybody around. I want to alarm them. Maybe some of the crew are kept there hostage.
Okay. You're going to scout around?
Yeah, before I go up, I'll just use my action and my movement, so just to go over there and take a peek if there's anybody in the sleeping quarters.
Okay. And it is indeed empty.
Alright. Goody. And this is just a crate? What was that?
That's like a hatch to
the hatch.
The top deck, yeah.
Hatch to top deck. I'll go up using that. I still have like 15
Sure.
feet of movement.
You can get
so-
up there. It's there's sort of a ladder up there. They use it to.
Alright. So let's
You
say
can see all of them.
I've used everything I had, and I'm still like on the top of the ladder, so you don't have
Okay.
to move me.
Okay. So next turn you can get up.
Alright.
Very good. Gage. All right. Gage, glaring at Rachel, tries to counterattack.
Go on, try it.
Yeah.
20.
You're right. I know. Attacks with a scimitar. And for a
There is it. I knew.
Called it.
Okay. I get 13 HP now. Okay.
He's going for the kill.
Yes.
And then it attacks with a backswing with his dagger after he sort of flips it around. And misses terribly. Almost drops it. And he sort of crouches and eyes back and forth between Rachel and Eleanor and Elvin, feeling countered, and he says, "If you kill me, you won't make it out alive from this place." and that's all he does. Eldon, it's your turn.
Okay, can I have a bit background why he's saying such a thing? But if we kill him, we won't get out alive. Do we have reason to believe him? Did he say something prior to this engagement?
Oh, you
prob-
mean since you weren't there last time? I'll let the rest of the group answer that.
Yeah, I think the problem is that somebody put the ship to fire for no reasons. So maybe we're in trouble.
Okay.
Not only that, but Gage did spill something about Sarias doesn't want us to leave port. Damn you, Sarias, he was saying. So maybe those shadow demons are somehow connected to Sarias.
Yeah, maybe. However, remember that when I was Molly and reached the port, the demons were already attacking them. So probably the demons had no specific commands, just to attack anybody that was here, and that's why they attacked us as well. But I don't think they were targeted at us.
No, I mean, when
Yeah,
I
they
said,
wanted to stop the ship, yeah.
Yeah, when I said us, I meant like nobody leaves. Yeah, exactly.
All right, Richard, you equipped me with a longbow or short sword at this stage?
This stage, you've got your swords out, I think, because you're right next to.
Okay, so I try to hit him. Do we have advantage for us surrounding him?
No, we're not. Unfortunately, we're not doing that on this in this encounter, in this campaign.
So I'll try to stab him with one, and since I have 2 attacks,
Yep.
I'll use my double swords.
Yep. Okay.
First sword attack.
Whoa!
It's a 27. Hey.
Good job. I missed you, Gills.
Yep.
Crit it.
And then second attack.
Wow.
And plus 1d8 because I have Colossus Slayer, which is a kind of expertise in a weapon. So let me find that. Yeah. So the gentleman takes a total of 25 piercing damage.
And that's 2 attacks so far, correct?
Yes.
So you still have your bonus action attack.
Do I see him in a very bad shape?
Yes. Sorry, I totally forgot my job as a narrator. Yeah, you cut him extremely deep with that first blow. Your sword basically thrust into him just below where he was already damaged by Rachel's slash attack, and he is bleeding very badly, and he's barely able to stand up at this point.
All right, so I will use intimidation and take a big ground voices to try to submit him in surrendering honorably.
Okay, give me an intimidation roll.
Do I get any advantage?
Good
Since he's
question.
badly wounded.
Well, I think what I'll do is I'll adjust the difficulty of it based on the based on the circumstances rather than so just give me the roll.
All right, so intimidation. Let's go. Submit to us honorably. You fought like a lord, and now it's time for you to come to terms with your defeat. But you fought well. Submit.
Oh, very good. Okay, so Gage looks at you all and sort of holds his wounds, and the blood is just gushing through his fingers as he's trying to basically hold his organs inside.
Oh.
And he looks at you and gives a sigh and says, "What are your terms?"
So I turn to who looks smart around here? Who looks the smartest close to me?
Well, I mean, others can chime in. My view always has been, role play how you want. Don't worry too much about the intelligence score. That'll come out in the die roll. So if you try to do something and it requires a die roll, your intelligence will weigh into that. But as far as role playing goes, feel free to do what you
so-
want, or others can jump in.
All right, so I'm pretty surprised that it works. I said to him, "We will heal you, but surrender your weapon and help us."
I need to know what will become of me, what your intentions are. I have only one intention: it's to get off this damned island and get back to my home.
So it talks to my heart at this stage because I'm a fervent believer in home and family and the place where you come from. I understand. I will do my best to bring you back home, to let you go home.
And he looks at the others and to Eleanor and to Rachel and says, "And the two of you agree with this?"
So I take over and say, I'm the boss here. Don't worry. They are okay. Well, even if it's false, don't worry, guys.
That's
That's
actually,
what Elvan says.
so actually,
Yeah.
actually, I was watching Elven in admiration during this
Okay.
exchange, but then I kind of changed my mind in between. So I was going to answer, but then I shut up.
Okay.
Maybe,
No, but
I shut up
Elvan-
myself. I shut up myself and I say,
Okay.
I was like, and I don't say anything else. And then
Elvan is a bit ridiculous. Don't mind it. How he's
He
not-
sort of so Gage raises an eyebrow at that and looks at the quite young looking elf and at the rest of the party, especially the knight in the armor, and gives a shrug and says, "Seems I have little choice in any event." And he drops his blades.
I just add this, if I can, to the captain. I say, I have no qualms with you. Although you were fighting those heroes, and that's why you were my temporal enemies. There are demons outside this ship. We must leave as soon as possible.
Well, that's what I was intending to do before you slaughtered my crew. But that's in the past. If we can get out of here, we must get out of here. And as he says that, a chunk of the roof collapses right between Elvin and Glover in that space about here.
I see. GM, quick questions. The globe is here.
Yes. Well, that's what there's a chest there. I guess you don't know if it's a globe or what it is necessarily.
So
But it's a
I
strange looking
quickly,
chest. It's not like a a seaman's chest. It's sort of a
so I quickly tell to the captain, secure the globe, and let's run away.
So Gage says, "Aye, that's at the least we will need that. That is the most valuable thing on this ship. That and your captain there, the two go as a package. Otherwise, it's of no use." With that, Glover comes over and says, "You're making a deal with this devil, this bastard of the sea. He's done nothing but evil. He's a slaver and a murderer."
I say, this is something that we'll talk about once we're out of this ship, Captain. Take the globe and let's leave. The place is dangerous.
Okay, and so Glover looks at all of you and sort of and sort of is glaring at Gage and waits for you all to take the lead. What do you do?
So we are not in combat, at least currently, until we go
Yeah.
on deck. Is this correct?
Yeah, that's right. So it's combat suspended at the moment.
And we already have the orb. He's already holding the orb, like Captain Gage.
There is a chest there that looks like sort of like a clamshell design that is something that looks partly natural and partly otherworldly.
I guess maybe he will need a hand to take the chest, so I offer my help.
Okay,
Can I have a look at the chest? If it's locked, I'm gonna use my thieves tools just to open it.
Okay, so you go over there and you take out your thieves' tools.
Yeah, if it's logged, if it's not logged, I mean, you can just ask Captain Glover to open it.
I just want to know what you're doing. Just describe. what
Okay,
you're doing.
I'm gonna come here, use my thieves tool, just try to open it.
Okay, you take your thieves' tool. Glover grabs you and says, "Don't touch that. If you touch it, it will trigger and it will crack, and the orb will be no more.
Okay, go back.
Only I can open it, and I will not do so in front of that bastard."
Oh well, let's carry that box anyways, or that chest.
Let me lend you a hand, Captain. I know the value of that orb.
He is definitely too weak to do it by himself, so he.
Then,
He
if it's
reluctantly
too weak
succumbs.
about it, I can take care of it. I won't open the box.
Okay.
Is he badly wounded?
Yeah, he's very badly wounded. He can barely stand. His
So
viral seem to
I
have
would
fused.
use the remaining of my lay on hands on
Okay.
him.
Okay.
That's 9 hit points.
Okay. He seems much recovered. Although still he seems a bit out of it. Maybe a little bit confused. But now he can stand suddenly without trouble. And he seems very grateful. And with that, he says, "I think if you don't mind, and I appreciate all of your efforts for saving me, I think I should hold on to the chest of the orb. It is my sworn duty to do so."
Definitely, I tell him. I just offer my help to bring it outside of the ship. Then you will hold it. This is your ship, right?
This is my ship. This is the Dawncast. And he looks at the burning hole above him, and through the hole you can see to the top deck, and there's just billowing black smoke and flames you can see rising.
Yeah, we must hurry.
Well, before we move, my spider is gonna just move around.
Yep.
And basically, it's gonna jump on Captain Cage. And basically, I'm gonna tell him, okay, this is my spider. It's right over here. It's poisonous. If you try to do anything fishy, it's gonna bite into you. Of course, he doesn't know that it can't do that, but basically, the spider is on its back now.
Sure.
Attaching
Give
to
me either a deception or intimidation roll.
Deception, of course.
Okay.
There we go.
Very good. All right. So Glover looks, Gage looks very nervous, and he says, "I hate spiders."
Well, you'll have to do is it now. It's not going anywhere. Not anytime soon.
Very good. Okay, what do you all do?
We hurry out. I just want to make sure Glover has my help to bring the box. My feeling is it's too heavy for one person. That's why I'm offering my help, but nothing else.
Okay. It's not hugely heavy. Just I mean, he's definitely letting you help, at least per your word. But he's keeping an eye on you. It's probably weighs, I don't know, maybe 25 kilos, something like that.
Okay, so yeah, I hand my help. I have no intention of getting the chest. I really want to help him.
Yeah. Okay.
Leaving as soon as possible.
He just doesn't know you. He is, but he
Yeah,
seems
it makes
with
sense.
He's
Makes sense.
You're with the others, and he knows the others quite well.
Also, I want to remind you that I have a very, very fishy tail coming out of my armor.
Oh, that's okay.
Oh, like a fish tail?
No, fishy, not
Just fishy.
Suspicious.
Suspicious, yeah.
Your stats. Okay, got it.
Eleanor is actually now noticing that tail, and it's like her eyes are wide and like goes right and left every time the tail moves.
All right. So do you guys exit the Dawncast?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Okay. What about Gage's weapons?
Why? Where are they?
What did he have?
Yeah.
Daggers?
He has a scimitar and a dagger, I think.
There's a scimitar and a dagger.
What kind of weapon is a scimitar? Is it a finished
Scimitar.
weapon? It's like a finished weapon?
Yeah,
or-
yeah, it's a finished weapon. Honestly, I think Gilles should be taking care of the weapons since he's the one that come to term with him.
I think yes, he probably surrendered his weapons to me
Yeah, sure. Take it.
when he submitted.
So you pick them up and take them with you?
Yeah, hold them. Yeah.
Okay. And then you all exit the from the same stairway that you came down.
Yes, very likely.
Okay. All right, let me put everybody back on the top deck. 1 second. First, I'm just going to move you down with the rest of the group just so I can grab everybody.
Mm-hmm. I was just trying to rush up because I'm worried about Molly.
Yep.
Ah, you're so cute.
I mean, there's still one more shadow demon out there. It's gonna be fun.
If it's the same shadow demon I attacked last time, it should have had potential damage.
Okay, that should be loading up.
Yeah, please.
Okay, so as you get to the top, about a little more than a third of the ship on the stern is ablaze. The mizzenmast in the back is totally engulfed, and it's taken the sails, and the sails are starting to catch the other sails on the main mast as the wind blows the flames. So the ship is deeply on fire. Sort of all through that southern area.
Yeah, I guess we hurry up to leave the ship.
Okay. Let's see. Rachel, why don't you give me and also Eleanor, both Eleanor and Rachel, give me a perception roll. And also let me know what your passive perceptions are. Oh, wow. Eleanor got a 20. Eleanor, in the water to the west, about a little bit further to the south of that, but in that direction, sort of, I guess, more or less over here, you see something floating on the surface, and it appears to you to be something like ash or soot. And your first impression was that it's something that came from the mast, or the rigging, but you then think perhaps it's too far away and doesn't really look like ash from wood or sail. It just seems a little bit strange to you.
Does it look like it's moving, or it's just like on the water
Floating on top of the water.
Interesting. Well, okay, I mean, the ship is burning. I'm gonna jump. I'm gonna go there and check it. Like, I have the gloves of swimming, so I can definitely go there, yeah.
I'm quite surprised at the halfling jumping like that, especially because I didn't see anything weird myself.
Right.
So
yeah.
She likes to swim.
Okay. So while Eleanor's doing that, what is it?
But basically, I'm like checking it, like before touching it, of course, or anything, just like swimming around it, and
Okay,
first
so
checking how it looks like.
You're on your way over there swimming there. Let me see what the others are doing in the meantime while you're doing that.
Okay.
What does everybody do, and what do you do with?
I'll just straight up go to Molly
yeah.
if she's still there.
Okay.
I would like to move here with Glover.
Yep. Okay, Glover, right? Glover and the spider. Okay. Okay. And then sorry, with Glover you said, not.
Yeah. I was a bit surprised.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Yes, Glover will sort of stand here. He's also keeping an eye on Gage, and so there, it doesn't take a perception roll. Let me just tell you what you will see. Then we'll go back to Eleanor. So, the group of you, Elvin and Rachel and Glover, are really at the mass of the battle there, and you see Elic is Oh, no, Elik was on. What was Elik? Where did Elik end up getting killed? I don't remember. Anyway, Elik is there, and a bunch of other corpses from the battle. And Fervis, you see Molly. Molly is still there. She looks, you know, injured a little bit, but is is hanging on. She's definitely alive. She's breathing slowly. She's whimpering slightly, and her spirit is there, hovering around her.
All right.
Eleanor, okay, you get up to this pile of ash, the soot, and it's just soot. It's starting to spread out on the surface of the water. Black soot. That's as best as I can describe it.
Black suit?
Soot, yes.
Suit. That's weird. Oh well. Just since I can see it now, just back off a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I think 15 feet is good enough. And I'm gonna take an oil from my bag. I have. I didn't take anything from my bag. I think I used all the oil in my belt only, so I should have 3 in there. I'm gonna take one and just throw it on that ash, just in case.
Okay, so the oil floats on top of the water. Okay.
Yeah, just to drop it on that. Like, of course, I'm gonna open, like the bottle, the mouth of the bottle, and then I'm gonna just throw it over there
Okay.
and see what
That's
happens.
fine. Okay, so you've got oil now floating, sort of mixing in and floating on top of this soot. Okay. Nothing really happens. The oil is starting to slowly spread out in the same area as the soot and starting to coat.
Okay, can I throw something that basically build, like a piece of clothes? I'm gonna fire it and throw it over there.
Yeah, you can do that. I mean, you have to be fairly close to it, but you can do that without too much trouble. So it lights up, ablaze, and there's now a pool of fire on top of the water. As the
Yeah,
oil-
but no reaction.
no reaction.
Okay, let's wait until the fire cools down then. For now.
Let's go back to Fervis. Start with you. What are you doing?
Oh, well, yeah, I'm just asking, hey, Molly, you're okay? Trying to comfort her, trying to look around for the shadow demon if it comes back. And suggesting to Molly, like, yeah, we should probably go back to the nymph's rest. You look tired.
Molly sort of just nods to you and says, "Yes, please."
Alright. I'll carry her if need be, but I think she can probably.
Yeah, she starts to stand. She can,
Okay,
she can
good.
walk. She just looks very distant.
Okay. Well, we'll talk about that at the end. Let's go.
Okay, we'll go back to the rest. What is everybody else doing?
Well, I actually wanted to give a speech to these people, but they are all separated right now. So
I mean,
I will just ask Captain Glover so more details about what exactly this guy did. And
Robert says, "Yep." Go ahead.
sorry, more
No, go
details.
ahead. Just more
And-
details. Okay.
Sorry. And one question is that I want to ask you as a GM.
Uh-huh.
This guy is a human.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's
Yes.
coming from the other part of the world, right?
Yes, you know that. Yeah. Oh, yeah. You don't know anything. Sorry. Yes.
Yeah, that's why I want to confirm it. Yeah,
Yes,
as
sorry.
Rachel.
I just keep forgetting. Yes, he is human, and so you realize it to mean that he is from the foreign land, the land to the east.
So I say, it seems you had qualms within yourself, people from the other side of the world. I know this must be your ship. I'm curious, what happened here? Which battle I was part of?
Glover says it's not complicated. This man, this thing that stands before us, he's a slaver, he's a murderer, he's a thief. He's been stealing from these people, from your people, and taking not only their possessions but also their lives, their families, and for years has been shuttling them to our lands to sell them into slavery and take their possessions and sell them as well. Him and his crew. He lost his own ship, and so then he decided he would have mine. He came aboard, he killed part of my crew, he took the rest of them and tortured them in front of my eyes in order to have me open the orb chest, which would give him access to the ship to do what he wanted to do with it. He and his shaman, the evil bastard, I don't see him here, but waving that damn staff in front of my face and trying to get me to do things, and it almost worked. I felt myself giving. I felt myself losing control, but somehow I managed not to. And
I watch him and I say, it seems you were in luck since your friends, your heroes from the other part of the world were here to protect you, Captain. And then I watch at Elvan and I ask, do you really want to come to terms with this guy? And in front of him I say, I would rather bring him to the dungeon where he deserves to be.
I'm turning to what's his name? Cage? No, it's not Cage.
Gage is the evil captain, and Glover.
No, the evil captain. What's the name of the evil captain?
Gage.
Gage. Yes. So I'm turning to Gage and say, "Is that true? What do you have to say for yourself?"
And he looks at you and says, "You know, I cannot say that I am a saint. I have done wrong in my times, but in terms of the torture and the murdering," and he looks at Glover and says, "You know that was Booth. You know that was him, and you know he would have done it whether it was to try to get you to do what we needed or not. He has his needs. He does his deeds. It can't be helped. It's like the sun rising and the sun setting for that man."
So I'm baffled. I feel like I don't understand anymore what's going on. I turn to Captain Glover.
Glover says, "It's true that Booth is the most, maybe perhaps even more evil than this one, but he is gone. So this one is the captain. This is the one who's responsible. Always the captain is the one who's responsible for his men. So I do not take his word."
So I look at the captain and Captain Glover and Elvan, and I say, I take your word that this person is a criminal. You are the heroes I was looking for. If you don't mind, I will take care of this guy. I will bring it myself to the dungeon where he belongs. And then I will reach you. I will approach you. Where are you resting now?
Well, Knight, I gave my word. This man will go back to his home country.
I look at you. That will be a criminal act.
Can I pause you guys here for 1 second?
Yep.
Sure. Just time has been going on. So let me turn briefly to Eleanor and to Fervis. What are you doing at this point? Do you join the others? Are you doing something different?
Okay, Fervers, go first.
Oh, I'm just immediately going for Nymph's Rest with Molly.
So you're leaving the others behind?
Yeah, and I'm leaving the others behind, and I'm trying to maybe rally some men to take out the fire, but I guess it's too late. I don't know. Yeah, I'm just going for the Nymph's Rest for now.
Okay. Eleanor?
Okay, if the fire has gone out over there, I'm gonna go back and check that blacksmith heat.
It's still burning. It's going to be burning for a while. It's just oil floating on the water.
Okay, just wait for it to go down.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna check it out.
Okay. So go ahead, Rachel and Elvin.
So I just tell you, Elvin, whatever you promised to this guy, it's still a criminal act. He needs to atone for his crimes. And once he will atone for his crimes, you can bring him home. You didn't explain when. You didn't promise when. You can still fulfill your promise.
I see. So I turn to Captain Glover. Do you atone for your crimes?
And he looks at Rachel and says, "Oh, yes, I atone."
All right, good enough. That's good for me. The man has atoned. Let's not talk about it anymore.
Okay, the spider is delivering that conversation to Eleanor in the sea, and basically everyone's just laughing out loud over there. But that's all.
All right. So I'm turning to Eleanor. Okay, what shall we do now? Where is Fervus? What about Molly? Is she all right?
Well, my spider looks at you and is like, "Sorry, I don't speak human tongue." So
No. You're still swimming, Eleanor. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm turning to Fervus and try to see what's going on with them.
You can
You
find
see
him in
Purvis
the
sort of
Nymph
walking
Rest.
slowly to the north.
All right. So I push Captain Glover towards Fervus and Molly.
Okay. So as you're heading to the north, you stumble over something.
Oh, boy.
Okay.
And as you look down, it was you realize it's the partly the dead carcass of Elic, and what you stumbled over specifically is his long pike spear.
All right. So I try to have a look at it because if I stumble on it, maybe my short attention span has caught my my attention to this. And is that a nice weapon?
It looks finely crafted. You see there are etchings and some sort of writing along the long staff.
Oh, okay. So I try to pick it up and inspect it a bit closer.
Okay. It just looks like a finely crafted weapon to you.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. I'm curious about it, and I put it in my bag.
Okay, it's about 12 feet long, so it doesn't quite.
Oh, that's a lot. 12 feet long. That's 4 meters.
It's about 4 meters.
That's a bit awkward for me to carry, isn't it?
You can carry it. Or anybody can carry it. It's just it won't fit in a bag.
All right. I take it and I push Captain Glover with the hump.
Okay, so he moves forward. Rachel, what are you doing?
I honestly am baffled at what's happening, and I don't know. I watch Captain Glove and say, I guess they are qualms of your people. So if you decide to keep him outside of the dungeon, that's up to you.
Okay. So it sounds like Elvin is heading to the north to catch up with Furbus. Are you following?
Yes, because actually I want to talk with them.
Okay.
So yeah, I will be following.
Okay. So the group there is all heading up to the north. And Eleanor, the fire is starting to smolder down. And you see the, again, just the soot floating on top of the waves.
Okay, I'm gonna go check it out.
Okay, looks pretty much as it was before. Spread out a little bit more. It's just sort of slowly spreading as the, as the waves and the current takes it.
So it looks like something I can wear, basically. Like, is it like you said, a suit? It's like
No,
clothes.
it's, sorry. So it's soot. It's like ash.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I don't know the
Ashes. Ashes floating on the water.
Oh, okay. I thought it was like clothes or something.
No.
Okay, well, as a thief and as a researcher, do I recognize this thingy?
It looks like it's something about it seems familiar to you.
Can I roll anything for it?
Sure. Give me a wisdom check. Let's beat an 8.
Okay, wisdom, just wisdom. Okay. Well, that's not so.
All you know is it looks somewhat familiar to you. Like you've seen it somewhere not long ago, but you can't put your finger on it right at this time. Your recollection might get better later.
Okay. Do I have do I have a sense that it's something worthy, like as a thief might be worth something, a collector? Yes, I
It
don't know
doesn't seem
that.
like it's worth anything. It looks literally just like ashes from something that got burned.
Ah, well, if it doesn't look harmful, might as well collect some.
Okay, can you collect some?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's collect some of it.
Okay. Very good. I guess you can the flask that you poured out for the oil. You collected in that, I suppose.
Yeah, we just collect what
Maybe
we can from that ash, put it inside the bottle.
Mix up some ash and water. Okay.
Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna swim around, trying to go back on deck.
Okay, that's fine. You can get back up there.
Mm-hmm.
Back to the party as a whole. Where is it that you're heading? Fergus, you're in the lead. Where were you headed with?
To the Nymph's
Mark?
Rest.
Nymph's Rest.
Yeah, I'm trying
Okay.
to rally some men.
Okay. You find,
GM, what do we see for Molly? Is she all right?
She's she looks like she's at this stage she's hurt, but she's got a few hit points that she regained from the
Goodberry?
Goodberry. I was trying to think.
Okay. How
Elderberry.
many left
Yes,
do I
elderberry.
have? How many good berries do I have left?
There was none more that you used on the last session, so however many you started the last session.
So I started with 4. I used 2, so I have 2 left.
Okay.
Okay. So I take another good berry and push it to the mouth of Molly.
Oh, Elven, you're fast. Would you mind running to the Nymph's Rest and gather some men? We need to put out a fire on the Downcast.
Eh? Huh? What?
Go to the Nymph's Rest and get some men. We need to put out the fire.
Which fire? The boat?
Yes.
But it's burning. I mean, it's probably lost now.
Well, yes, if you talk here idly, go and get men.
Oh, okay. Prisoner, come here.
Okay, so Gage goes with you.
Can I have control of Gage?
It's not really necessary. I think
Richard,
we'll just move to the Nymph's Rest and go from there.
All right. So, okay, prisoner, we are going to run. So I start to run towards the inn to bring back the crew.
Eleanor has to go with you because the spider is engaged. So.
Okay.
Molly's spirit disappears, having done her job to protect her while waiting for you. So now it's just Molly. I'm going to take all of you and move you to the Nymph's Rest. Play-wise, though, Elvin will arrive there a little bit ahead and of Fergus and the rest. Give me 1 second. That's weird. Sorry. Okay, let me know when you guys can see.
I can see.
Okay. So Elvin, it's on you. You were going ahead. Oh, sorry, with Gage and the spider. Oh, and I guess.
All right.
Eleanor
so, okay. Now I'm putting the spear on the side of the door because it's probably too long to enter the inn with it.
Yep.
And I'm pushing Gage in front of me inside the tavern.
Okay. So
and I start to say, yes. Okay, sorry. Go for it, GM.
Oh no, sorry. Do you start to say something as you're going through the door?
Yes, I'm going to say this man will not cause problem anymore to all of you.
Okay, you get about as far as saying this man, and everybody looks at the person coming through the door, and they all jump up and stagger back, and try to basically make space away from the door. They look quite surprised and a little bit disturbed. That is not so much the men from your crew that are still here, but the others. Okay.
The others.
Okay.
All right. Captain Cage, you are sure going to help us, aren't you? So I'm looking at him.
I says, yes. It's what I always intended to do.
All right. Call your crew and let's put out this fire.
My crew are all dead. You killed them all, remember?
Okay.
Lol.
Good point. Good point. Okay, everybody, there is a boat on fire. We need you. We need every hand, every possible person who can come and save this ship. Comes, please.
They say, what? And they all start running out. The crew that's part of the Dawncast know you're talking about the Dawncast, and they all start filing out, and the others start rushing behind. So pretty soon everybody is gone.
They are gone. You mean to the boat, right?
Yeah, they're all rushing out.
All right. Then I want to push this guy towards the prisoner that we freed.
Yeah. Okay. Over here.
All right.
I'm going to pause there and let the others catch up. Eleanor first. You were closest behind. What do you do?
Well, okay. I mean, I'm just gonna go inside and I'm gonna go talk. Sorry, I forgot this guy's name. He's a bar owner.
Sure. That's Burbolg.
Okay, I'm gonna just talk to Borberg and see if there has been any changes. And I'm gonna tell him the situation, the current situation.
Oh, sorry, it's Ianmar. I'm sorry, I got my name confused. Ianmar.
Okay.
Okay. So you're going to talk to Ianmar. Everybody else, what do? You see, there's a train of sailors all rushing past you towards the docks.
Oh, past us? Oh yeah. Well, go. Try to put out the fire on the Dawncast. Quick, hurry. There's still hope. And then I just walk past them.
I have a strange feeling as Elven, maybe they are going to be slaughtered by this mysterious demon that attacked us.
Nah.
Nah.
Yeah, I remember Molly liked to sit outside, so I just sit outside with her a bit to calm down.
She takes her regular seat.
Yeah, that's her regular seat. Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
okay. Okay. And Rachel, what do you do?
So, since there is a bit of a chaotic situation here, I wait for the people to disperse and just have a look at the old man and the halfling and say, maybe there is something I can do for her. And I have my last level 1 charge that becomes a healing spell for her.
Okay. How many points do you have?
Let's roll it. Ooh, 12. Wow.
Oh, you rolled max.
That's a lot. Yeah. 12.
So you get 12 plus, I think, another 2 from...
Oh, no, I have actually 2 level 1 charges, so I have 1 left now. So yeah, this is 12 HP.
Okay, so she's got now a total of 15, so she's about halfway recovered. Glover looks to you and says, I hope I can trust you. And he looks at Furbus as well and says, both of you take care of that orb. It's the only thing that we have. And he then says, I have to go to my ship. And he turns around and he rushes off.
Okay, so he gave us the chest?
You have to hold for now. He says something
Okay.
back.
Alright.
Once we are here, even if I'm just with Fervus and Molly, I watch the old guy and I tell him, it's fortunate that I was walking by. I heard a lot about you guys and I was looking for you actually.
Oh, did you? Well, introductions first. We have no idea who you are.
Yes. There was no time to introduce myself.
Exactly.
I'm really, really sorry for not being able. Rachel gives you a small, how to say in English, I don't know.
Curtsy.
A court, yeah, exactly. And tells you, my name is Rachel. My name is Rachel Helen Till Estelle. I'm part of the Estelle family. You guys probably don't. I've
Yeah.
never heard of us.
Yeah, that's not helping much, but well, I guess it's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, but I'm not here in the name of my family. I'm here for a personal reason. And I heard rumors of all the good things you did for this city. And I'm looking for people like you for a greater mission.
Okay. What's your mission?
Before that, I just want to cut back to the others who are already inside. Um, so apologies for that. Let me just cut back really quickly to Elvin and then to Eleanor, and then we'll finish off the introduction.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, Elvin. So you were in there and you were pushing Gage towards the old Doncaster sailor, I believe, who was still there.
Yes, but my intent was actually to bring him downstairs to see the refugees.
Okay, so you're going to go down to the refugees.
Yes, so I'm leading him down to the refugees, and I hope he has his head down. And I say, okay, we need to go through your redemption phase. Let's go and see those poor people.
As you get to the staircase, Ian Mayer sees you with Gage and says, "I can't let you down there. That he is tormented those people down there. When they see him, they're going to be frightened out of their minds. Those are refugees. Are their minds are so fragile now. I don't think you should take that man amongst those refugees. I also don't know what he might do. He's a very dangerous man."
I see. Don't worry. He's my prisoner now. Captain Glover. Yes, Captain Glover.
Gage.
Sorry, say it again.
Gage.
Gage. Sorry, Gage. Gage. You have caused a lot of trouble, pain, and humiliation to those people. They need to recover their dignity. So I push him, whatever the bartender has said, and I still push him down the stairs.
Okay, so Ian Meyer physically steps into the stairway in front of you and says, "You'll have to go through me if you're going to do that."
I want this man to apologize for all the terror he has caused, and the pain and grief.
I understand, but you will cause more terror if you do that, is what I'm afraid of. These are my people. I protect them.
So he will apologize to you he will apologize to you instead, and you will transmit his apologies.
He can apologize to me and to my friend Burbolg, who he burned badly, and for my wing that was torn off of me by his mate.
Yes, so I turn to him and says, "You see what you have done? Apologize."
And Cage says, I am truly sorry. I never meant any of anything like this. I am really not such a bad man. I just want to go home as this one here has promised me would happen. So we're all honorable folk here, really. It's not my fault. It was all Booth.
Is he convincing? I'd like to check to do some insights here, because I'm not entirely convinced by what he's saying.
Let him roll first of all for what he's doing. Yeah, he's not terribly convincing. But he's saying the words.
Okay.
And if you want to, you can roll an insight check on him to see, how much you believe him.
Yep.
Just beat a 9.
Insight. Oh, okay. I'm going to beat this. Oh, come on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, he's clearly just saying what he thinks you want him to say.
Okay. So I take my sword and push them, push it hard enough so he feels that the next push will end his life. Apologize.
And he tries harder, and he says, "I am truly sorry for the trouble I have caused."
Good. What's the reaction of his of the representatives?
They're just glaring at him. They don't say anything. Let me pause and go to Eleanor. Eleanor, you wanted to talk to Ian Mayer.
Yes. Well, I want to ask him two questions first. Has there been any developments while we were gone? Anything else had happened in this Nymph Inn or anywhere else? Any news?
Well, it's not been so long since you've been gone. It was nothing has changed terribly from here. Um, the weather is so strange. It seems dark, yet there are no more clouds. The storm is gone. The moon is out. It's even a full moon, yet the sky still seems dark at night. And in the daytime, the sun the same. It lights, but it does not light fully. I worry about these things.
Okay. My second question is basically, yeah, he went to visit Sarias before, and we went before also as well. But the thing is, I don't remember if we asked what happened when he met Sarias before or not. So I would like to ask him, when you met Sarias before, what did he talk about and what did he say?
The person who went to go see Salrius, if I think I understand what you're talking about, it was Borbolg, who was the one
Ah,
who.
sorry. Yeah, you said sorry because you earlier you said his name is
Yeah.
Borgor, and then you said no, not
Sorry.
Borgor, it's Elam.
Yep.
Okay, never mind. Sorry,
Yep.
it wasn't that guy.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Let me then. If do you want to say anything else to Ian Mayer?
Oh no, I mean it's okay. Sorry, I mistook him for Borgor, so it's fine.
Oh, okay. We'll move you to Borbolg in a minute. I want to go back if we can then
I
to
will go
Rachel.
next to Cage. That's it. That's great.
Go back to him. Okay.
Yeah.
That's cool. I want to go back then to Rachel and Furbus. Please continue.
Well, basically,
Mhm.
I tell you, I would rather give you all the details once we can gather everybody else.
Yes, understood. I would just like to say that, thank you for your help. You heard about us, obviously. I cannot help but notice your tail? Question mark.
Oh yes, I'm a tiefling.
Oh, you don't look like a tiefling at all, dear.
Yeah,
thought you were an elf.
people from the south. We come from the islands. We are a bit different from the people from the continent.
I can see that. Molly, if you don't mind, just sit here for a moment. Just chill. Rachel, I'd say let's go inside.
Are you sure about leaving? I watched the halfling. Are you okay staying here alone?
She seems to be okay. She seems to be much more comfortable in that chair. It's very familiar to her. She seems to be, she seems to be sinking into herself, in terms of her mood and her spirit.
I
She's
see.
very sullen and quiet, but just nods, but does not look at you directly in your eye.
Yeah, Rachel, it's okay. She likes to be alone and she doesn't talk much. She's a good girl.
I understand.
Just let her process what just happened. She just seen some things.
I bow to the halfling and then I follow Fervus.
Let's go inside. So then we don't have to switch around.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Okay. So let me do this. Let me just sort of not. I won't control the turn order anymore. Just I'll open it up to everybody to work it out amongst yourselves what you're gonna do, what you're gonna say, and I'll just play the other characters as you ask questions. So everybody, go ahead.
Hello, Irvin.
Hello, hello. So we solved the problem and we caught the bad guy. He's not going to cause any trouble anymore. What shall we eat?
Yeah, we should probably eat something. I'm starving.
Will you teach me chess?
Uh, yes,
Ah,
of course. But let's eat first. Yeah, and then let's try to think about what we want to do next. Although Rachel here, this young lady by the name of Rachel, she does have a mission for us specifically.
oh, okay. What's this?
Let's sit down and let her explain.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm gonna say it.
First thing first, I would like to introduce myself. I heard a lot about you guys, what you did for this city, all the good things you did. And it's a honor for me to meet you in person finally.
Of course, of course.
So what have you heard? What have we done for this city so far? Just wondering.
I heard how upon putting your feet in this land, you, despite not being your part of your liege, you started to fix matters in this city full of criminality.
Indeed.
Yes, that is very high level, but yes, that's true. I thought that there are like rumors or tales or songs about us, but I guess that comes later. Fair enough.
I hope so. I hope so. I think there will be reason for you to get songs about you guys, as long as you will accept my offer.
So what is said offer?
And I sit here.
Hey,
So,
Eleanor, I think you wanna listen in. Wait,
Well,
there's...
Eleanor is quite busy with
Oh, you're doing your stuff.
Captain Cage because
Okay.
I'm trying. Basically, Eleanor wants to ask Captain Gage about a bunch of information he might know that we do not.
Let's do that later, Eleanor. This lady has something for us.
Well, okay, fine.
Gage can wait.
Could I ask just one question?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. And I'm just gonna turn to Captain Gage and I'll be like, do you know anything about the Ashen Bull or the Queen of the Six? Does that name ring any bell? The Ashen Bull, the Black Prodigy, the Queen of the Six?
That sounds like things that the crazy Celrius talks about. Like the man, he's something's wrong with him. I don't know. He talks about the how will sacrifice all of Galwatch to some lord or something like that. I don't remember exactly, but he said horrible things like everyone. There will be a feast of blood for beasts, and the worst of your nightmares will come true. He says, "We've seen nothing yet of what will come." I don't know. He talks about these things. He says that he there's something he's looking for, and he must find for his masters. It may have been one of those that he mentioned. I can't remember.
Okay, thanks for the info. And Eleanor moves with everybody at that table.
So yeah, maybe if I speak in third person, it will be faster. So yeah, basically Rachel introduced herself. She introduced herself as part of a pompous name noble family that you probably never heard about. And no, maybe first person is better. Let's start from here. And I tell you, I guess you understand how sailing works in Gralladar, since you value that orb very much.
Yes, continue.
as you know, we require orbs to travel by sea in this country. And this applies not only to ships that reach your country, but even to coastal ships. However, despite this technology being really, really ancient and powerful, recently the orbs stopped working. It's not possible to sail anymore. And while this is happening, in the north, demons started roaming around, bringing war. And I guess the demons that we fought at the port are part of this. There are many things that are happening in Gralladar right now, and I'm on a quest to try to fix things. On a quest that will bring me to the north. And for this, I need a group of people as courageous and as brave as you guys.
Sounds interesting.
You're sure you're not with Sarius?
Master, do I know this guy?
Sarius, how long have you been in Galwatch, would you say?
I guess not so much, probably 1 week.
Oh, that's enough. I mean, if you talked around, I imagine one of the first things you would have asked is who is in charge. So at least you know Sarius is, the equivalent of a mayor of the city, but, in a much more, a different kind. It's not like the kind of governmental system that would have a mayor, but he's basically in charge of the town. So you know that about him. You don't know much else about him.
I tell him I don't know much about this person other than he rules this city.
That is true. He is the self-proclaimed governor here, but funny you should ask us to go north, because he did the same. He basically said, don't worry about what's happening here. Go straight up north. And yeah, he was quite sus, to be honest. Not the same demons, but some similar demons did chase us off when we were in the estate. Yeah, and Captain Gage did say that Sarius is trying to prevent them to go out of Galwatch. I was just wondering, but well, as long as you're not in league with Sarius, I think we can do as you ask. I don't think there's much to do in Galwatch at this point.
I give you my word, old man, that I'm new to this city, as new as you guys are, probably. I come from the island of Soot, where my family rules.
Do you say south, or?
This is half?
No, I'm sorry, so you said from the island of...
From the islands in the southern area.
Oh, so you come from... Okay, yeah. I got it. And if you're saying that the orbs are not working, I mean... Yeah, there's not much we can do here, because our mission, as you might know, was to reestablish the trade route and send word back to the mainland, to Cullet. But if the orbs are not working and we don't have a functional ship, which is a good possibility, then yeah, we're not gonna be able to do much more here unless...
I didn't know that was your mission. But this brings a good point. My family is famous for being... We have a fleet of our own, of merchant ships. So if you can help me, I can't guarantee that my family will listen to your request, but I will do my best to help you.
Yeah. You are the closest thing we have for a ship right now, to be honest. Seems like the Downcast is gone, but I'm still hopeful, but it's definitely not going to go out to sea anytime soon. So yeah, what's in the north? How much do you know?
Unfortunately, I've never been there myself, but I know that there is a big city where we will have all the answers we need.
Okay. Okay. So you're saying all these demons are because something is going down, some demons in the north?
It's something that already happened here 1,000 years ago, and it seems it's happening again.
Yes. That's the notion we got from... you see, we went down to the... I think you've seen that fortress, right? That ruined tower.
Yeah, that was quite a sight.
Yeah, so we decided to go down into the catacombs, and we heard about, as you might have overheard from Eleanor asking from Gage, we heard about the Ashen Bull, we heard about the Queen of Six, all these, and yeah, what you're saying does match the information we have gathered in the catacombs. Interesting.
It must be fate. I had no idea you already had such informations.
Do you know what I'm talking about when I say Ashen Bull?
To be honest, I don't know.
Or the Black Prodigy?
I've
No?
never heard.
Okay.
I've never heard those names myself, unless GM tells me I did.
No, maybe if you studied a little harder. No.
No, I've never heard those names myself.
Alright.
They're
So,
probably. I don't know how they could be related, but something is definitely happening.
Yes. We met a couple
Can-
of beasts. Yes, Eleanor, go ahead.
I just want to ask Rachel, can you tell me the name of the town in the north that you're talking about?
Yeah, sure. GM, please remind me.
That would be Gralladine,
Yeah.
the capital of.
Oh, we're going to Gralladar.
It's Gralladin.
Okay, so is it
And-
near the mountain Rispia region?
There will be a long trail toward that city. We can't use any ship anymore. And this means we will have to work our way there. And it will be perilous. I have an idea of a trail we can follow, but I've never been there myself. I just studied in my books.
I'm sorry, my question was the place we are heading now, is it close to a place called Rispia Mountain? It's
GM.
basically, okay, this place, basically why I'm asking is because,
Don't
Listen.
worry. Don't tell me why you're asking.
hang on.
If I don't know if my character knows, so I need to ask the GM.
Yeah. Mount Orestia. I don't think you know about it, but the party might recall that Mount Orestia is where. Forgive me, I'm getting my name's wrong.
The Kincardine captain
Yeah, the
Yeah,
went
yeah.
there
With
with the girl a few months ago.
and someone had told you that it's actually not that far away. It's where the guides of ancient times used to have their venturing off point from Galwatch to go to the inland to other points of destination. So it's actually fairly close to Port Galwatch.
It's the Nymph's village, right?
Within a few days hike of Port Galwatch.
Okay.
I mean, we could drop
So
by.
when you ask this, I tell you guys, while I really want to recruit this for this, I have no intention of being your leader. I just want to join you and be a group with you guys. So if you have your matters to do, I will gladly follow you before we can reach the capital.
Is it something that Rachel is saying?
Yes.
Why are you saying this? It's strange.
Oh, I look at you. I think you have your matters to do.
Yeah.
You know-
I'm turning to Fervus and say, do you trust this lady? What is she talking about? Do we follow her?
Well, she said she's gonna follow us for first, and
Okay.
I mean, I don't know.
And
Let,
do
let
they-
me do an inside check. Just
Do I hear him saying so?
Yes. Do you think she can play
that-
chess?
Then I tell you, I understand you you're just looking at me for the first time, but GM, I show them my scroll of pedigree and say, these documents attest that I'm really a Till Estel.
Yeah, show me your Zai Ricardo. Okay.
Yeah, there you are.
I believe her. I mean, she said she heard about us, and what?
All right. I'm
She's-
slightly embarrassed, but okay, I
Why?
pretend I understand.
No, it's fine to question people, Alvin. And
Yeah.
by the way, yes. So Zia remembered correctly. It's Captain Holt, captain of the King Cardine.
Yeah,
Said he has a
that's
girl
Captain.
there. So yeah, it's Mount Oresi. So we can drop by, sure.
Yeah, if it's in our pass that Rachel is talking about, might as well just pay him a visit.
All right. But do you guys think we should pay another visit to our good old quote-unquote friend, Sarias? He seems to be up to something, and now we have proof. What do you guys think? Should we drop
Maybe
in?
rest? Don't we rest first?
I mean, rest, of course, Alvin. Good thinking.
Play chess, play chess. You promised.
Yes, play chess.
Just
of course.
just a reminder that last time we like discovered that there are other demons in Saria's mansion, and we ran away
What?
basically from there.
What? You
If you
said
remember.
the governor of this city is hosting demons in his house?
Well, he himself might be a demon actually.
I mean, he's definitely controlled or puppeteered by someone, but we did see a very frightening demon that actually told us to get out.
And we ran away basically last time. So
I
if you
mean,
want to meet
yeah.
another bunch of demons and maybe have another this experience, sure.
Were you sure? Were you sure they were demons and not devils?
Well, we weren't sure, but they were frightening enough.
Well, fiend, I guess. It's hard to say.
Pretty scary, I remember, yes.
Yeah, it was pretty scary, that's for sure.
We just ran away. We didn't have time to think.
Yeah. I mean, what do you guys think? Do we want another? I mean, I don't mind if you think it's useless to go to Sarias because we're just gonna face demons. Then let's spare that trip. But I'm just wondering if we could get Sarias out of his I don't know, charm or whatever is happening to him. And I've seen you, Rachel. I've seen you being able to pinpoint these fiends. Maybe you can help us with Sarias and find out what's happening to him.
I can definitely do that. I am not sure why you are suspecting Sanrias, but I believe you.
I mean, he's been dodgy ever since. And ask Captain Gage over there. I mean, yeah, he's not fond of the guy either, and you know, he's not the best of the guys. So, you know, an enemy of my enemy is my friend, they say, but in this case, it's our enemy.
I look at the Elvan when I say this. I have no reason to suspect you guys. You did a lot of this city, and you accepted me and my mission. So I'm very happy to help you guys.
So since you are happy to help us, can you tell us more about that war you said the demons are fighting? I mean, we previously found out that the demons are fighting hell or fire flame, as far as we are concerned. We are not sure what does that mean, however.
Are you talking about the demons we fought
No, to the north. The war
from the
happened.
north?
Yeah.
I express my desire to see a bit nature on. You know, we have been a long time in this city. We don't really care about this monster that may or may not be in the house. And what about seeing nature and going out and having some adventure out there?
Okay, I hear you loud and clear, Alvin. Sure, being a wood elf and all, I understand. I too miss nature, so...
You understand. So my eyes are shining and looking at Fervus with understanding, and we commune with with images of nature in our eyes.
I think Alvin just realized that Furus is a druid. He said, "Oh, you're a druid. Oh my."
Yeah, something like that. Oh, right,
one-
right.
One thing that I want to say as Andrea, because maybe with my English I can't get it very well, so I will just describe. Despite this woman being nice, I mean, she was nice, right? At least speaking.
Okay.
Her way of talking, it's kind of like a bit cold.
Oh,
Yeah.
is it something that Fervus could feel?
Yeah. I think you don't need to roll anything. That's why I'm telling you guys.
Yeah, okay.
The way
Okay.
she
And
speaks.
Elvan also.
yeah.
Fervus can get it. I understand, but Elvan as well.
I think so. Like the
Okay.
way she speaks, she's not smiling. She's always pretty serious.
Okay.
And I just wanted to put a point on
Okay.
this.
Okay.
She's bossy. Got it.
All right.
All right then. Well then, I suppose it's decided. We take a rest and then leave the city behind.
But what about my chess game?
Oh
Well,
yes,
before
of
that,
course.
also, I would like to listen to Captain Gage's story since he came here until now. What happened exactly? He has a bunch of information we should know before leaving.
All right. So go ahead, Zie.
I will tell you.
I'm
I will
gonna-
leave you guys to your investigations. And GM, they can. I would like to speak with the bartender.
Okay, let's let Eleanor do what he wanted to do with Gage, and then we'll move to you and the bartender.
I will just send you a private message because really we don't
Okay.
need to.
When you send me my private message, can you include how you send private messages so I can know how to answer that?
You //W space and the name of the player.
The name of the player or the
The player, like Rachel, Fergus, yeah.
oh, there it is.
Exactly like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember, you have to select. You have to type it correctly, but you will get a pop-up where you can select the.
Yeah, okay, there it was.
Yeah.
Okay, good. I know that. Okay, so while you're doing that, Andrea, will turn to Zie. So
Yes,
Eleanor,
yes, please.
What are you questioning? What would you like to say?
You mean Eleanor?
Yeah, Eleanor.
Okay, I'm just gonna sit next to Captain Gage.
Mhm.
Guess what? We have a long time where everybody's gonna rest before doing other stuff here. So could you tell me your story since you arrived here? We already know part of it, but I mean, you have been trying to go down and go back to your home. You even, injured people, killed people. So you must have seen a lot that convinced you that you don't want to stay in this hellish place anymore. So I want to hear your story in full details since you arrived here until we meet you.
Well, the truth of it is this: I've been coming here to Port Galwatch for years now and doing my duty for the guild, but it just wasn't enough. I mean, it's not enough for my family and everyone I have to support at home. So I was approached by one of the Merchant Guild representatives, a man named Gray, and he offered me a deal. It's as simple as that. He had some sort of a connection with the ability to get certain artifacts and goods from the people of this land, and we made a deal, and I would ship them back to our homeland. Eventually, I realized that that was one way to make money, and I must admit, I found that the people who were buying from me from these artifacts were also interested in the inhabitants of this land for their own purposes of one sort or another, and so we accommodated that, and we took passengers with us back across the sea.
It sounds very generous, Captain Gage.
It was indeed.
Not a bad man.
No, the bad man. Booth I can't control, but he gets the job done. Everything was under control until the other two ships were taken and sailed north, and that was the start of it. The refugees started to increase, and Salrius gave the order for the Urtica to be sunk. So we put that plan into motion, and he looks sort of sideways glance at Orbolg, who's in the corner, sort of glaring back at Gage. And it was really part of the idea was to be able to get our hands on a ship and on an orb that would take us back across. That was all we needed to do. But the ship got sunk, and that orb got lost, and that was Elix's doing. The stupid bastard. But Salrius made it clear that we were not going to get out off of this island anytime soon. His masters would not have it. There was something that they needed to get done, something they needed to find, and that was his obsession. That's all I know.
Wait, so Elik actually helped burn the Ortica, but he was with you when we fought you earlier. That's weird. Like, you shouldn't be together, right? Why were you together?
We were following orders from Salrius to frame the refugees and to take the Urtica. I did not know that it would be burned.
Who burnt it? I'm very surprised.
That was Elik. Elik and his crew did it. They were in charge of the operation.
What for? What for? I'm confused.
It was Salrius's orders.
Okay, so first Elik followed Sarius, and Sarius told him to burn your ship. And after your ship got burned, you basically found out that you can't go against Sarius, so you decided to follow him too, just as Elik is doing. Is what you're saying?
My plan was to get the Dawncast.
With Elik? So Elik was going to get on the Dawncast with you, and both of you were gonna run away?
My plan was to get on the Dawncast and get back to our home any way that I could, because here is death. So yes.
So everybody we fought earlier was going with you back. Is this what you're saying?
Well, they were all going to leave shore with me. I don't know how far they would have gotten, or if they had arrived home, what would have become of them. But my plan at the beginning was simply to take the Dawncast and leave this place, as was the plan of my crew.
But what were you doing with Captain Glover?
Glover is the only one that can open the orb.
Because he's a captain.
Correct.
But you didn't know that the orbs are no use now, did you?
That does not make a lot of sense to me.
Oh.
Ah,
So
okay.
basically, you were not very responsible. You couldn't know that the orbs were not working. That's very sad.
Like, basically, even if you did that, even if Captain Glover said, yes, I'm gonna help you, you wouldn't have been able to go anywhere. And actually, the Dawncast would have just sunk and everybody would have died. You know that?
If you believe that one over there, I don't know that to be true. Your ship arrived. When did your ship arrive?
How many weeks was it now?
Was it not using an orb? It was probably about 1 week now.
1 week before.
Around something like that. I don't know how long you guys have been there. 7 week or 8 days, something like that.
Should be, yeah.
Okay. Basically, Eleanor is gonna wave. Hey, Rachel, how long ago did the orbs stop working again? You said.
It started quite recently.
Like, when was the first time you noticed it?
GM.
Longer ago than 8 days for sure, because you've been traveling.
Yeah, exactly. It's been recently, but I can't give you an exact date, but probably 2 or 3 weeks. Is that correct, GM? Or maybe more.
I have a note about this somewhere. If you give me 1 second, I will try to find. some point these things actually do matter.
I'm in the annoying position, have to keep asking questions to the GM.
No, sorry. Yeah, we have to have a more detailed chat one of these days. Hold on. Where's this note? There. Should be here. You know what? I can't find the note on this right now. I'll correct later, but I think it's been something like between 1 and 2 months, something like that.
Okay.
Okay.
And then I give the
enough.
correct information to Eleanor.
And you'll note. I mean, I guess, Rachel, you know, if you're listening to this, you will know that, and you may recall this from our conversation before, that your orbs and the other orbs, there's maybe some differences between the two.
Yeah, I think I told them about it. Like there is basically two kinds of orbs. One is the one that you use to travel from one continent to another, the one that you use in your ship, right? But in this continent, we need to use orbs even to travel by coastal. And they are different type of orbs, kind of smaller in power.
Also smaller in size, you would guess, just
Yeah.
by the size of the chest that you're helping or you're holding for Glover.
So this is an information that I definitely share with the team as long as they ask.
Yeah, and I think you probably volunteered as you're hearing
Yeah.
that, and that would come up.
Yeah. So yeah, I had it.
Okay. So I turned to Captain Gage and say, "Did you know there are two types of orbs? Did you hear that story before?"
I don't know anything about it. I know that these are the orb. This is one orb that would allow us to get back home.
Okay, so you as a captain, you had your own orb, right? Is this correct? But it sunk it with the Ortiga, right?
The Ortica was not my ship. My ship was taken to the north.
Sorry. So anyways, you know how to use an orb, right?
Yes,
Basically.
I used an orb.
So basically, so if we ask Captain Glover, he could just try to, like, I'm not sure, activate the orb or something, and he can tell us if the current orb works or not, right?
Glover could open this case and give us the orb, and then we would know.
Well, you said he's the only person who can use it, so basically he can also tell us immediately if the orb is working or not. Like, as a captain, you already know how to use these orbs, right? So
if we can get it open, and it will be obvious to everybody if it's working, it will be glowing.
Oh, okay. That's easy to figure out then. We could just ask our captain later. Okay, so that's everything to your story. Anything else to add? I mean, we are trying to get you back home, so any information is useful.
That is my story, as it is.
Oh, well.
Okay.
Thanks for the information. Anybody else want to ask questions?
I think that was very interrogative. Eleanor, good job.
I want to do some scouting and understand. So, what can you tell us about the north? I'm very intrigued by this region. Can you describe it a bit more?
Who are you talking? Oh, you're talking to Rachel?
No, I'm talking to Cage.
Well, Gage has no idea. Gage is from the same continent that you are. He's not from.
But his boat has been taken to the north, so maybe he knows a bit. He has a bit more detail about what's going on in the north.
No. So he was there at Galwatch, and the ship was basically taken from him. It was seized and sailed away by a group of.
That's the only contact with what's going on in the north.
As far as Gage knows, yeah, he doesn't know really much more about what's going on than you guys do, or actually probably less. Other than he knows that the stream of refugees has been growing, and that that's been helping his business.
All right.
Before I lost a ship.
I become a bit reckless. Still, I'm thinking of the north, and to me, it's very mysterious and attractive, actually.
Well, it is going to be an adventure, Alvin, that's for sure.
All right.
I think let's take a resty rest.
Oh, yes. I forgot about the chest, by the way.
Okay, so if I can pause it for a second, it sounds like you guys have done your talking. You're going to take a long rest, and did I understand correctly that you intend to set out from the city in the morning?
Let's do so. Yeah, I mean, I would advise so. Yeah.
Yeah, of course, Rachel is happy if they want to travel immediately.
Yeah. I mean, unless we have anything. Okay, hold on. Let me look at the quest log real quick. Alright. Yeah. Well, good call. I would like to go back to Xerxil. Because we did submit a couple of bones to him. But I mean, if you guys don't want to come, that's fine. I'll just, get a lower dump. Yeah.
Okay, so that's one plan is to go to Xerxil. Anything else? I'm just trying to get a sense of
Yeah. So
where the group wants to go next. Which anything's fine by me, by the way. Don't feel like there's don't consider the DM in this decision. It's all what you
this
guys
guy
want.
just look at the quest log handout. I've tried to summarize everything that we heard, although I didn't update with the newest stuff. But
Well, we had one thing that we wanted to do a long time ago. Go back to the Ortiga and fetch the orb in the sunken ship.
that is also true. That is also on the list. Yeah.
What Gage just told you though, right, is that and maybe I wasn't very clear enough, but basically Gage just told you that Elic went out and tried to do this mission for Stilrius, ended up sinking the Urtica and destroying the orb of the Urtica. That's the short of it. You could question him for a little more detail about that, but that was sort of basically what he said.
Oh, the orb is destroyed. Okay.
So basically, the reason one of the ships I'm talking as Molly, like as
Yeah.
Andrea.
Yeah.
Basically, one of the reasons the ships we found when we arrived was in that state is that basically Sunrise is doing some bad shit about. I see.
Also, we also know that Ulfric went north
Off game
to talk to the council.
Off game. Are you guys sure? Want to tell you one thing off game. As Rachel, of course, I'm happy if we leave the city now. But are you sure you want to leave? Sunrise happy to do whatever he wants.
That's what I was trying to imply.
Yeah.
Others didn't
Yes,
really-
it's probably as metagame is probably quite important, and we probably need to solve something with him. But as Elvan, I'm more like going north.
Well, Eleanor basically didn't say yes or no. Basically, she just reminded you how terrified we were last time.
Yeah. Well, then let's check out
Team will
Sunrise
cut in here
as
for
well.
a second, just to let
But
everybody know.
if you give more details to Rachel, she would have said that demons are a serious matter, and if you really believe there are demons in that house, we should try to do something
I mean,
before
we've seen
leaving.
them, yeah.
I'll just say one quick thing as DM, sort of again, since we're going to talk meta for a moment, and just a reminder, this is really totally a sandbox, so don't feel like from a meta
But we know it's a sandbox. We know it's a sandbox.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to
right, I know.
thinking that maybe leaving that guy here free to do whatever he wants with demons, etc., is not probably the
Yeah.
best idea.
Right. So if it's just a thing, and you
it
guys
was
decide
really-
something like that, that makes total sense. Just don't worry from a meta perspective that you're going to miss out on story, because if there is any important story element that needs to be told, I can always find a different way to tell it. So it's really just whatever your characters want to do and how you want to do it.
All right.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Okay.
So I would say that let's find Xerxil, submit the bones, and then pay visit to Saurius. Does that sound good?
Well, sure. I mean, I want to ask a ritual just one thing. Did you know that there are other demons in this city besides the one you just fought?
There are more?
Yeah, we fought some demons when we first arrived in this city, and they had a daughter of one of the refugees hostage for some reason. We didn't know why.
So basically, you're describing those satyr-like looking, minotaur-looking demons.
Yeah, I'm
remember.
describing
Yeah,
how
yeah.
they looked like and everything.
Yeah, like the ghost.
So yeah, so Rachel tells you, I'm quite impressed that demons already reached this city. I wonder what we will find in the north. Maybe we really have no more time.
Yeah, I'm putting my dagger on the table in a dramatic gesture. Let's go to the north.
Eventually, young Galvan.
I'm totally into it. Don't pay attention to me, but I'm totally into it.
Well, Eleanor, as a thief, is weighing her options because she doesn't want to lose her life before finding fortune and wealth, So she doesn't really, or you want to go back there.
Yes, but
Just as Eleanor, of course.
But yeah, I mean, I guess
Yeah, makes sense.
it's okay.
It's so
we
dangerous.
have a brave warrior on our side, right, Rachel?
Ah, I thought you were talking about me.
No, not you, Alvin.
Oh, okay.
Alvin looks stressful. Alvin looked momentarily very hopeful and is stuck in his chest, and then Purvis turns to Dr. Rachel and his question.
Yes, exactly like that.
Anyway, first things, we need a rest anyway. One thing, GM, the private message I sent you, I can tell you by voice. Yeah.
Read it here.
When I have a minute alone while they're speaking, I don't know. I would like to ask the bartender if he has ever seen anybody looking like that person.
Yeah, so I guess what we could, assuming you guys at some point take a meal, then you could go over and talk to Eomer about that, and Eomer will listen to you for some time, listen to the description, scratch his beard and rub his large stomach and scowl and think, and he says, it could be most come through Galwatch that are going from the south to the north. There's really no other way through the pass. So there was somebody that may have fit that description. He was a fine-looking man. He was sort of simultaneously young-looking yet old for his age. It was my sense of him. He did not stay long, if I recall correctly. He hurried along with some business to the north. That's all I recall. I'm sorry.
Thank you, sir, for the information. Do you remember when this happened?
He does vaguely. It may have been. And Andrea, you're gonna have to let me some license.
Yeah, okay.
Correct if I get the time wrong.
Yeah, don't worry.
I sense is sort of my
Just
sense.
tell.
I think it's like around 5 months ago.
Oh, okay. I thank him for the information. Yeah. Okay. That's all.
We are fairly close to 11 o'clock. I guess I just want to check again because this will make difference for me for the next week. So the plan is going to be to go talk to Xerxil for a bit, and then did the party make a decision of you're going to go see Saurius, or you're not? You're just going to go venture forth, gather your party.
I vote for Saurius.
Eleanor, as Eleanor, votes for going north.
I've got a short attention span, so I will follow anyone, but I'm all eager to go to the north.
I guess as Andrea, I would like to meet sunrise, but as a Rachel, I push to the north. Yeah. So she will vote for the north.
But GM, is there a possibility for Fervous to sleep out of the night and check out what's going on with the bones and come back in the wee hour of the morning?
I mean, I'll do the Xerxil one if you want to come or not. So, yeah.
Yeah.
That's just a simple trip, I guess.
Yeah, I thought with the Xerxil thing, one thing I could do is I could just give you guys the report.
Yeah. You can just give us
offline.
the lore.
Yeah.
Just give me lore dump anyway, probably. And it may or may not influence your decision about this too. I honestly don't remember. I have to go look it up. But why don't I do that? Why don't I give you guys the lore result on that? Why don't you spend the next few days thinking about it, and I'll check in with everybody maybe over the weekend for what the current thinking is on that, and you guys can do some chatting anytime you want.
Yeah.
With other thoughts.
As long as it works for you, Richard, it works for me.
Yeah, so I think here's the thing. So it is absolutely fine if you decide to venture forth. That would put an end to the chapter of Galwatch and to the next chapter. So we would need to talk about is that you have a few options, not many, but there may be more than you realize about where you might go next. And some of that can be developed in some dialogue that I can text you each about individually over the next week. So if you decide to venture forth, the question will be, where you're going, what your sort of first steps are. And so we'll have to work that out. I'll then need to take a little bit of time and work out a few things about that next chapter, because that'll be the start of the next chapter. If you do Silrius, that's not a problem. That's all part of Galwatch and it's all baked. But again, it's really not necessary from a meta perspective. You can do it or not do it. It may be good. It may be the death of all of you. So I really won't try to influence your decision at all, one way or the other, on that.
Yeah, I can say to the whole team, since we are now all online, that since she technically recruited you guys now, she wouldn't be pushy to move immediately, etc. So I think you three guys have to make a decisions, and she will follow.
So why don't we all sleep on it, unless you guys really are ready to make a decision now. But you certainly have the option to sleep on it. I'll give you the Xerxil report sometime by this weekend, and you can make a decision then, or if you're ready to make a decision now, that's absolutely fine too. And you can always change your minds too.
Let's see what Xerxil has to say.
Okay. That sounds good.
If everyone's okay with that.
Yeah, thanks for the game, Richard.
Okay, we can decide next time.
Yeah, I will ask you guys to make a decision for me. Probably like Saturday or something. I'll send you guys information.
Yeah, so you have some time.
Yeah, because I'll need some time.
Right. Yeah.
Talk about some things. So be thinking about it, and feel free to chat back and forth with each other on line all you want to, if you have more thoughts about this as you think about it some more and sleep on it. But I'll try and get you the Xerxil stuff within the next couple of days or so.
Okay,
Good.
just a suggestion as Eleanor, I could possibly we just go near the mansion without being spotted. I could send my spider inside, just check out the whole place, and give us an idea
And
of
the
what's
demon
happening.
finds you, and you can change character.
Finds a spider? Oh, I mean, like, it's just a spider. Not me, of course. I'm not going there.
Yeah, be careful.
Yeah, but my spider can go inside, check everything, and just give us an idea of what's going inside. There's a suggestion, basically. But me, myself, I'm not going inside.
All right. Okay, thank you, guys. I need to.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Okay,
Thanks,
thank you very
everybody.
much.
Have a great night.